Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dr. Cammy and Karen Go Keto, where Cammy and I are transitioning from a standard American diet to a ketogenic carnivore lifestyle. We started this channel August of 2023, well, maybe September of 2023. August of 2023.
I don't know. It was a hard start.
It was a hard, long start. So here we are, and I was doing a toy show, selling some toys at the Kane County Fairgrounds here in Illinois, and struggling with having COVID and my mom having COVID. And I ate off plan foods, and I am transitioning back to being on plan. And I think Cami is having a struggle of getting back on plan, so we're going to talk to her about it.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. So I had basically this perfect storm of 5 different things that came together, and I don't have my journaling in front of me, which I should have. But I there was this feeling that came over me that was very uncomfortable and very overwhelming, and it had to do with me feeling like I was not appreciated and my needs were not getting met. And that was kind of my responsibility, right? To make sure that my own needs are getting met. And I was in a difficult situation trying to help my friend get her arm surgery scheduled and having to get 4 authorizations in one day, which normally they take 7 to 10 days to get done each. And so I was under a lot of time crunch because we were trying to get her broken arm fixed as soon as we could. And she had decided not to get it fixed when she was originally in the hospital because she had no one to take care of her dog. And I was really afraid that if I tried to get everything in order and lined up and nobody was taking care of her dog, that she would cancel again all this hard work that I had done. So I agreed to take care of her dog, which I should not have done. So I kind of fell off the rails and I am struggling to get back on my eating plan, and I don't have plans. And so I've been Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. So 6 days of not eating on plan. And the first day was a huge binge. And so I'm feeling pretty crappy and feeling like a failure and feeling like I need to try to learn something from this. And what I'm trying to figure out is what can I learn from this whole episode and how can I get back onto a better eating lifestyle at this point.
Okay, so the perfect storm of 5 things, was that all that did you already go through them, or was that just one? That just sounded like one thing.
That was the biggest thing that was going on. The other thing that happened was my son came to visit and we had a wonderful visit, and then he left and he's in Italy now. And so there was just some stress over my son traveling internationally. I worry about my son staying safe. So there was a little bit of concern about that. And that's just life, right? What are you going to do about that? The other thing that happened was that my core people who support me kind of all fell off at the same time. And I knew that was happening. Like, you were busy with the toy show, and my sponsor, Erica, went away for 4 days with her boyfriend. And my sister, Carrie, who's my strongest supporter in my family, had a grandbaby. So she was out of commission. And when I called some other people, they did not answer the phone when I was reaching out for others. And my girlfriend, Tiana, is busy with her 2 grandkids. I don't know what's going on over there, but she's been more busy than usual with 2 little kids. So, like, a lot of my core people all fell off at the same time for support.
All right, so that's 3.
I don't remember what the other 2 were. I wrote them in my journal.
Maybe that was 4.
And maybe it was only 4 things that happened, but it was enough
Support network, Michael, or son.
stress with Joan and taking on the dog.
So the dog was kind of separate. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's 4. That's a good number compared to any other number. It's a good
And I
number.
do want to say that when this dog came over to my house, first of all, she freaked out in the car. And, normally Joan's with her for her to sit on her lap. But she, bless her heart, this dog is very old. She's blind and she has dementia. So she came over to my house and she's walking around the house in circles and running into my cat, Charlie. And he was such a gentleman. He was such a great host. And he just tolerated the whole entire thing for 48 hours. It was wonderful. I was very impressed with him.
So maybe the fifth thing is your check-in with Jeff?
I was checking in. I did not check when I decided to check
No,
out. It's
but was this because this was Thursday?
Mhm.
You checked in with Jeff.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, until I started eating off plan, and then
No, I mean you weighed in. You did a weigh-in with him.
you are correct. I did. I did a weigh-in with Jeff. That was another thing that we should definitely talk about because I had lost 2 pounds. I was hoping for more, but I had lost 2 pounds and I was starting to get to the point where my lines were crossing, where I was more muscle on my body than I have fat. And he told me, he said, see how these lines are like this and this one's underneath this one? I said, yeah. He said, what you want to do is cross those lines and then have that line go up higher while the fat line goes down lower. And so I was very pleased with that, if I were to stay on plan, probably the next time I checked in with them, that was going to be the case. And part of what I think throws me off is the fear of success and whether or not I feel like I deserve that success, and maybe kind of almost being lazy to be accountable to that success. Like some part of me likes to sit in the victim role and just be like, okay, well, poor me, I'm still fat. And, there's comfort in that in more ways than one. It's very uncomfortable to sit in a physically large body, but it's what I know, it's what I'm used to. And I feel like it keeps me safe. Like the world leaves you alone when you're heavier.
Sorry. All right. All right, everybody. We're going to talk about some of these in details in the next video. So this is Struggle with Getting Back on Plan Part 1, and we'll do Part 2 in another video.
All right, everybody, stick around to learn.